Hello friends, hope everything going fine in your life. So our exam is very close. Today we will going to discuss about our second last analysis, that is urine analysis, and the final analysis will be the feces analysis. So today I want to talk with you about urine analysis, that on behalf of which what disease we can differentiate. I want to give you only short information regarding urine analysis. You must look attentively and then try to solve the questions at your own, because we don't have time to make the separate video on the analysis, because we also have pharmacology exam. So first of all, when you will see the increased WBC means leukocytes and bacteria, so you can directly say about pyelonephritis. When you can say about pyelonephritis, when on the analysis you see the presence of bacteria, there will be written bacteria, and in front of it there will be the sign of positive. So if bacteria is present, then your conclusion is pyelonephritis. Even you have no need to look on the increased WBC count. Next is glomerulonephritis, when we can say the patient is suffering from glomerulonephritis. When on the analysis we can see altered RBCs, means change RBCs, or we can see destroyed RBCs, or we can see the presence of the hyaline cast. All these two symptoms indicate about glomerulonephritis. On the analysis, how we will differentiate between pyelonephritis and glomerulonephritis. So in case of pyelonephritis, the main criteria is presence of bacteria. If there is no presence of bacteria, there is no pyelonephritis in urine analysis. Then we have glomerulonephritis. On the analysis, we will be able to see altered RBCs with hyaline cast. That is the indication for glomerulonephritis. Next is renal colic. When there will be the fresh blood, and the fresh blood there will be fresh erythrocytes, means fresh RBC, and these fresh RBCs are not changed, means we can say them unaltered RBCs. And you can see the presence of salts such as urates. So we are talking about renal colic. So whenever on the analysis we will be able to see the fresh erythrocytes or salt present such as urate, then we are talking about renal colic. Now the next is about diabetes nephropathy. So on the analysis you can easily see the presence of glucose. There will be written glucose, and in front of it you will be sign of positive. Positive means glucose is present. So glucose is present in case of urine, and we know urine is associated with kidney. So we are talking about diabetes nephropathy. Generally in case of diabetes, patient shows the symptoms of the glycosuria, means glucose present in the urine. So simply you can say it is diabetes mellitus or it is diabetes nephropathy. Then the last syndrome is, it is actually not the syndrome, it is the condition of the hypostenuria and hyperstenuria, when the normal level of the specific gravity is 1015 to 1025. So when there is increased in the amount of this specific gravity, if it is more than 1025, then we are talking about hyperstenuria. If it is less than 1015, suppose it is 1012, then we are talking about hypostenuria. So these all classification that I want to give you about urine analysis. During the examination on the same card of urine analysis, there will be also the Nechi-Prenko test. It is the very easy test. In the Nechi-Prenko test, you need to remember the normal values of the WBC and RBC. The normal value of WBC is 4 into 10 to the power 6, and the value of RBC is 1 into 10 to the power 6. So when we see that WBC is increased, so we are talking about pyelonephritis. We are talking about pyelonephritis. And if we see the level of RBC is increased, then we are talking about glomerulonephritis. So basically, Nachiparenko is a test used to differentiate between pyelonephritis and glomerulonephritis on the basis of normal level of erythrocytes and leukocytes. You must keep these things in your notes. So during the examination, when you will be going to do a quick revision, everything will be in front of your eyes on a sheet of paper. Then the next test is Reberg test. Reberg test is also used to differentiate between the glomerulonephritis and pyelonephritis. So how we will can differentiate between glomerulonephritis and pyelonephritis? We know the normal level of glomerular filtration rate, normally we can short term is GFR, is 65 to 125 milliliter per minute. But when this GFR is disturbed, may be increased and may be decreased. In both the condition, the patient is suffering from glomerulonephritis. And we know the 99% of urine is reabsorbed in our body. Only 1% is excreted. So when there is a reabsorption of urine less than 98 or 99%, then the person is suffering from pyelonephritis. So Nachi-Bianco test and Reberg test are used to differentiate between glomerulonephritis and pyelonephritis. Then our last task is Zimnitsky test. In I already gave you the value of the specific gravity in case of urine analysis. And in case of Zimnitsky test, it is different. Here it is 1015 to 1028. So this value tell us about the Zimnitsky test. I want to give you example of the Zimnitsky test. We will be going to do this test by the help of this example. How we can name the conditions. First of all, we will check the amount of urine in one time. Like we took sample between 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15. First of all, we need to find the first symptoms from amount of urine. If we see at any time the amount of urine is less than 100, is less than 100, then we are talking about condition of ischemia. Condition of ischemia. So you can write this is the condition of ischemia. Ischemia. Now then we will check the column of the specific gravity. So if the specific gravity is more than 1028 in any column, then we will say it is hyperstenuria. It is hyperstenuria. And if it is less than 1005 in any column, then we are talking about hypostenuria. Now in the next condition, we will check the maximum value in this table and the minimum value. So here we can see the maximum value is 1025 and the minimum value is 1018. So we will keep the difference of these both values, maximum value minus minimum values. And if this difference is less than 10, then we are talking about next pathology, that is called isostenuria. That is isostenuria. So first of all, we will check the amount of urine in one time. If it is less than 100, then we can say this is the condition for what? This is the condition for ischemia. Okay, this is the condition for ischemia. Then we will check the level of the specific gravity. And if the specific gravity is more than 1028, then we are talking about hyperstenuria. And if it is less than 1005, then we are talking about hypostenuria. And if the difference between the maximum value and minimum value is less than 10, then we are talking about condition of isostenuria. So we can give the conclusion about ischemia, hyperstenuria, hypostenuria, and isostenuria. What is now? I will give you information about these four values. Daily diuresis means the amount of urine a person can excrete out during the day. Nocturnal is during the night. Round clock diuresis means in the 24 hours how much urine is excreted by the individual and how much liquid take during the day. It is during the day only. Now the normal information is that during the day, patient excrete urine 3 times more as compared to night. But if the condition is reversed, if the patient excrete more than 3 times during the night, or we can say if the amount of urine is less than 3 times during the night, then the patient is suffering from nocturnal diuresis. And we must know that how much urine a patient can drink during the day. The 70% of it must be excreted out. If 70% of it is not excreted out, then we are talking about negative diuresis and patient will suffer from edema. Now in this case, we can see the daily diuresis is 300, means during the day he excretes 300, but during the night he excretes more than day. So the patient is suffering from nocturnal diuresis. Nocturnal diuresis. If suppose upper value is same 300, and let me change the value of nocturnal diuresis to suppose 80, and if I make this value 3 times, then it will be 240. That means the condition is normal. If I even make this value 90, that is also normal. But if I make this value to 120, then condition also nocturnal diuresis, because if I make 3 times of this, it will be 360 and it will be a big difference. Okay, then the round clock diuresis, as we can see the patient take 13000 ml but excrete only 780 ml, means there is negative diuresis in the patient and patient is suffering from edema. So this is the way how you can solve the conclusion of the Zimnitsky test. So that's information I want to give you today. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a good health.